Hi everyone, Angela here. In this video, I'm going to show you two methods to sew a really narrow rolled hem on sheer fabric without any special presser feet. Lightweight and sheer fabrics such as chiffon and organza are a bit hard to handle and they tend to fray a lot, but a tiny hem is really beautiful and gives it a nice professional looking finish. You also won't see any exposed raw edges. I'll be demonstrating with this pink chiffon with a French seam in the center, so you know this is the wrong side and this is the right side. For the first method, I'll be drawing a straight hem with a heat erasable pen. I'm drawing on the right side of the fabric, and ideally you want to have about an inch of fabric for the hem allowance. I'm using a Brother NV50S sewing machine. The link for this and the tools I use can be found down in the description. Make sure to use coupon code NOTCHES NV50S for the special offer. For the first method, have it on the straight stitch and move the needle position all the way to the right on number 7. Also have the thread tension around 4, and if you need to, reduce the stitching speed. With the wrong side up, fold the hem over along the line. Lift the presser foot and carefully place the fabric under it so that the fold of the fabric lines up with the inner edge of the foot. Stitch just to the left of the fold and make sure your stitching doesn't fall off the fabric. Continue folding along the line and stitching, working with just a couple of inches of fabric at a time. When going over seams, hold the fabric from the back to gently guide it and make sure you're sewing through all the layers. The stitching should be right beside the folded edge. Give the hem a press, and to trim it down, I'm using my Kai Professional Series 6-inch embroidery scissors. I can't tell you how much I love these scissors. They're lightweight, super sharp, and really comfortable to use. Carefully trim away the excess fabric as close as possible to the stitching without cutting it. You may find it helps to stretch and pin down the edge of the fabric while you cut. Depending on the fabric and if the scissors are sharp enough, they can literally glide along the fabric. When trimming seams, be sure to only cut the bottom section. Another tool you can use are a pair of duckbill scissors. The wider blade will protect the fabric underneath. For me, I don't find these handles as comfortable. I still prefer using my Kai scissors. The closer you can trim to the stitching, the narrower you can make the hem. Next, turn the hem again as narrow as possible and give it a press. You don't have to press the hem, but it makes it a little bit easier for beginners, especially over the seams. Adjust the needle position to 6.5, just slightly over to the left. Keeping the hem folded over, carefully place under the presser foot. Again, have the folded edge in line with this edge of the presser foot. Slowly lower the needle down, and it should go in right on top of the previous stitching. Hold the fabric from behind and keep the hem folded down with your finger. Just concentrate on a couple of inches at a time. And there you have a really fine, narrow rolled hem. For the second method, I'm just going to draw a curved hem. Just like before, fold up the hem along the line. Again, you're stitching just beside the fold. Don't worry about how the excess fabric is rippling. You just have to keep it flat where you're stitching. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. press, trim away the fabric, again really close to the stitching. Select number 7 for a zigzag stitch. The stitch length can stay at 1.4, but adjust the width to 5. Also increase the thread tension all the way to 9. With wrong side up, place the hem underneath the presser foot with the stitching in line with the center mark. Slowly lower the needle, making sure that it goes past the hem on the right and beyond the raw edge of the fabric on the left. Stitch while carefully guiding the hem, keeping that stitch line in the center. You'll have to experiment a bit with the settings on your machine. The extra tension slightly rolls the hem, creating this little ridge. You can see it's a really fine, clean finish with no frayed edges showing. Let me know down in the comments where you're watching from and if you've ever hemmed sheer fabrics. Thanks again for watching. If you'd like to learn how to sew a French seam with a split or a flat fell seam with a pocket, make sure to watch these videos up next.